Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends, and welcome back to the Coffee Nugget today. You are joining me live on the Better Body Fitness fan page. I am Coach Roxanne. You're going to have Coach Chuck with us today as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. You know what to do. Once you're on, drop it in the comments. Happy Friday! I love it, I love it, I love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who do we have? Michelle, good morning. Good morning, coaches. I like it. Amber, good morning again. Beth, good morning. Happy Friday. I need a TGIF. I'm not a live for the weekend kind of girl, but I am thankful it's Friday today. I think that's how I'm thankful. I'm thankful it's Friday. Good morning, beautiful. Right back at you, my friend. Your energy has been fantastic. I love it. Not that it ever wasn't, but it's almost like you can always just tell when somebody has like a renewed energy. I love it. Who else do we have? Amy, happy Friday. Beth, good morning. I think I said Beth, did I? Yes. Deanna, good morning. Deanna leaves today. She's headed out. Well, it's kind of her trip starts today on a missions trip out to Mexico. Let's send her some positive energy, some safety vibes. It's going to be absolutely amazing, my friend. I'm so excited for you. Monica, hello. Monica, how did it go this morning? Did you get back on, my friend? Lisa, good morning. Jill, good morning. Happy Friday. Who else do I have here? Kim, good morning. Lori, happy Friday. Hoot. Charlie, good morning. Deanna, Friday. Nicole, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Chuck, prayers to you, Deanna. Hiya, get over here, Marbs. Sarah, good morning. Happy Friday. Ashley, happy Friday. All right, I have a question, ladies. I have a question. Do you ever just say something to your husband? Maybe it's a reminder, like, hey, Chuck, we go live in 5 minutes or we go live in 6 minutes. Do they ever respond back to you with, don't yell at me? Do you ever hear that from your spouses, or is that just in my home? Now, I know you all think like that we have this unicorn and rainbows kind of relationship.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's real around here.
Oh, no, it's not unicorns and rainbows.
It's not unicorns and rainbows. It's great, as long as it's great. Stacy, good morning. Amber, have a great trip. Deanna, Craig, good morning. How is it at your house, Craig? Monica, after about 12 restarts on and off. Oh, Lord, well, I'm glad you got it done. Hoo-doo! Beth. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm not alone then. Why do they think... Do you ever say to your husband...
It's a tone of voice. It's a tone.
Do you ever say to your husband, don't yell at me? I don't think I ever say that. I mean, go ahead and yell at me. I dare you.
She's crabby.
I'm not crabby. No, Beth said, oh yes. Michelle, yes. Carrie,
I'm poking the bear right now because if anything happens, it's on camera. So if I go missing, you guys know who did it.
Amy, always. Lori, prayers for safety and a filled heart, Deanna. Charlene, good morning, Deanna. Hey, you and Nick are twins today. Who, me and Nick? Or he?
Well.
Kylie, good morning. Oh, she said this on the video and I missed it. Day 1 of the Olympics. Day 1 of the Olympics. And a great way to start the day. Janet, good morning. Beth, I hear, stop yelling at me all the time. Chuck, you sound just like my husband. Where does this come from? Is this the mommy issues? Stop yelling at me. I mean, I say like, hey.
You keep going and I'm going to leave.
All right. Maybe I better.
You keep my mother. You keep Carol out of this. Because you like to bring Carol into every story. I wish my mom brought me soup when I was sick. Yeah, you do wish you wish Susie would bring you soup when you were sick. So, whatever.
Ashley says, don't look at me. She hears, don't look at me in that tone of voice. Corey, good morning, coaches and clutch shakers. Good morning, Michelle. This way, we wouldn't know until tomorrow morning if you went missing. That's exactly my plan.
I guess enough time for her to hide the body, huh? right, we should probably get serious here.
Jill says, I say stop yelling at me to my husband. You do? He really? I don't feel like I ever say that. Now we'll have to see if I do. I don't think I do. Because, like I said, I dare you.
It's the tone of voice. It's the tone of voice.
Chuck, you're praying for me. Maybe I should be praying for you. Maybe you should. Michelle, good morning.
There's about 10 days every month where the tone of voice takes this really awkward shift.
It's not awkward.
And it was like, it used to be really peaceful, and then it just goes to like, what are you doing over there? Are you going to do the dishes? There's dishes on the counter. Floor's dirty. Bed's not made. Let's go. All right.
Biggest lies ever.
What?
Lisa, my husband says, you never told me that. Yes.
All right, anyways.
Weird, isn't it, Chuck?
Yeah, it's very weird.
So weird. All right.
very weird.
The title of today's video, ooh, I'm sweating, are you?
A little bit.
Panic versus patience. Now, I've got tons of notes here. Do you really want my notes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Kick it off, Coach.
All right, panic versus patience. How are you approaching your health journey? Maybe even just take this a step forward into everyday life. How do you approach every single day? Are you the patient student? Learning what works, learning what doesn't work, not allowing your success to be dictated by external things, aka the scale. Celebrating and acknowledging your changes, no matter how big, no matter how small. Celebrating the fact that you can string together 7 days, 14 days, 21 days of a smoothie. Building a strong foundation of consistency, your 4 S's. Or are you the panicker? Are you the panicker? Are you the student who doesn't study for the test until the night before the test? Until the morning of the test? AKA the person who jumps on the next program because I have a class reunion in a month. I have a wedding I have to go to. I'm going on vacation, and I have seen that for years. I remember seeing that in my 20s before I even started my health journey, working with older when I was in my 20s, they were probably in their 40s, being like, I have to go on a diet for the next 2 weeks because I go on vacation and I need to fit into my bathing suit. Which one of these people are you?
Yeah, boy, panic versus patience. It's crazy. It can be, like she just mentioned, it can be triggered by an event. Like it's most often triggered by an event, right? As she just mentioned,
right?
Like the weddings and all, and whatever it may be, right? A get together. But interesting enough, panic can be triggered by just something as simple as looking in the, what we see in the mirror, putting on our putting on a pair of jeans you haven't put on in a while, right? Like during COVID, everybody wore stretchy pants, and then you put your pair of jeans on for the first time, and what happened? Panic mode.
Sausage Casey.
Right. So panic can a picture that's taken, and you don't quite, because I think a lot of times we don't pay attention. Right. We don't pay attention. We're so happy just kind of living in mediocrity. Right. Like we're embracing pleasure, right, over discipline, meaning that we allow things to compound over one another. Right. So and especially now in summer, it's weekend get-togethers every single weekend. It's going out of town. I wrote an email about this. It's all of the obligations with your kids' sports, right? I have to take my kids to soccer and baseball and softball and Lord knows what. And there's tournaments, there's vacations. We're going up north, we're going down south. All of these things begin to add up. And not only the weekends, right? We start having bonfires at night. We sit outside. We have a margarita. We have a cocktail. We're eating chips before we make dinner.
And what are we doing? We're turning a blind eye.
Yeah.
Like we know what we said we wanted.
Right.
We know that dress is hanging in the closet. We know those jeans are in our drawer. We know we want to fit into it the next time we put it on. But we turn a blind eye to it for a moment.
And it's interesting. This conversation of panic and patience also becomes a conversation of pain and pleasure. And now what I mean, and pain, not in a bad way. Like we are so focused on ourselves and our selfishness in regards to pleasure, right? Like I'm going to indulge, and I was a good little girl or a good little boy, so I earned the right to do blank blank, right? And I'm just gonna have a little of this. And these are all these pleasurable things that we have no control over yet. We haven't shown discipline, and that's the pain part, right? The pain of change, right, is when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. Let me say that again. When the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, then you will make a decision. You will make a decision to act. And that is where then all of a sudden, but then here's the crazy thing is, we panic. We freak out. And it's not like you just gained weight in one day, right? And we're back to the scale conversation, but it's not like you just gained a bunch of body fat. It's not like in a matter of a day or so. You might eat some food and get bloated, but we gain body fat, like legitimately gain body fat over weeks and months, which was just turning a blind eye, as she said. But you are patiently gaining weight. Now we need to patiently lose, and I keep saying weight because I'm just conditioned over 40 years to say it, but losing body fat, right? And all of a sudden, we're like, hey, it took me 6 months to gain all of this body fat, but for some reason, now I'm in panic mode. I should lose all of this in 28 days.
And that statement actually makes me cringe. We patiently gained the weight because it's true. How many of you put that weight on over years? We patiently gained the weight, and then all of a sudden there comes a moment and we panic to get the weight off. Hello, yo-yo dieting, right? How many times have you done this? You've patiently gained the weight. You've turned the blind eye. You've eaten and drank everything that you wanted to.
Let's face it. We enjoy it.
We enjoy it.
We enjoy it. But we're crazy because we enjoy it. It feels good. But then we get in that karmic loop of we wake up the next, and not everybody even, but we start to become aware when we wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, I'll never drink again.
And we don't feel good, right?
But what happens?
We feel good. We don't feel good.
I'm never drinking again. I'm never eating those Little Debbies again. I'm never going to eat that much ice cream again. I'm not going to eat that whole bucket of movie popcorn again. I'm not going to eat 14 cookies again. And 2 days later, after the pain wears away, what do?
Panic.
Well, no, you do it all over again.
Oh, you do it all over again.
You do it all over again, right?
Yes.
But this is interesting. So patience is a virtue for real, like for real. Because it's interesting. My coach said we decide that for some reason we have to speed up the gestational period of what it takes to get a result. And the example he gave was, right, when as a couple you get pregnant, right, the baby's going to take approximately 9 months, right? You don't just all of a sudden get pregnant or like, yeah, you want the baby to come, but it's not like, I mean, you
don't want the baby to come prematurely.
Obviously not, right? You want it to take time. You want it, right, that gestational period. But yeah, but when it comes to health and fitness and it comes to weight loss, right? Because we're controlled by that word, weight loss.
Snap your fingers and you want it today. You want it today. How many of you, and I want to be really serious here, how many of you have ever reached out to your coach or to whoever your health person was and be like, I have this in 3 months. Can I lose 25 pounds before then? How many of your coaches have said yes? I've said yes. But do you know in the back of my mind, I know that could be a lie because I don't know what changes you're willing to make a lifestyle change. Will I ever coach anybody on a fad diet, on a quick lose 10 pounds right now diet? Absolutely not. But will I try and convince you that whatever changes you're making, I want to make sure those changes are going to be with you a year from now? Yes. Is that what you want to hear? No.
Yeah, so this becomes a conversation of want, which is based off of desire, right? Or need. Neediness is panic. Neediness, want is a desire. Want is on a level you have to believe that what you truly want for yourself and the desires that you carry for your future, if done properly and if you've been coached and trained and taught properly, right? This is going through school. Some kids can go a little faster than others, but there's a progression. Elementary, middle school, high school, potentially college, there's a progression. First grade, second grade, third grade, fourth. And there's a little skipping around and some kids are a little faster than others, but there's a general progression, right? But there's a desire to become educated in the proper fashion, in a proper model, right? But when we get needy, it's based in scarcity, right? And it is based in pain, and it is based in panic. And so what happens, right? We're needy. I need to have it now. I need it now, Mom. I need it now. I need it now. Are we there yet? And then we're like, I got to join a gym. And this is all based in panic mode. So I got to join a gym. I got to join a program. And then when I get on the program, it's like, okay, I got to do everything. I have to do all this. Like I have to download the program. I have to eat perfectly. I have to work out every single day. I have to do 2 workouts a day. I can't take a day off. And it's panic.
And do you see results? Sure, maybe.
Maybe.
And then how long do they last?
It's an avalanche. Think about this. If you are still using your snooze alarm, all right? If you are using a snooze alarm, you are beginning your day in panic.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why. Because of the fact that every time you snooze, you broke your sleep cycle. Your body, once the sleep cycle like that is broken, your body wants to rise naturally. Now all of a sudden you've already skipped out on, and this is what I say, the snooze alarm, if you use it, you are a commitment breaker. Just set your alarm for the time that you're going to wake up and get up.
That was a stinger.
It is, but if you're
That was a stinger.
if you snooze, you began your day with breaking your commitment. If your alarm is set for 6 a.m. or 5:30 or 5, I'm just going to hit snooze.
And doing that once in a while when you have the time to do it is different. But if you are somebody who hits the snooze every single day and just setting your alarm for a different time, that is a commitment breaker.
Well, and because here's the deal, right?
Do you know where did that quote come from? You snooze,
you lose. You lose, right? And it's what happens when I hit that snooze alarm. It does not happen very often. Usually I beat my alarm, but when it does happen, I feel anxious. I feel anxious, and because I'm behind the curve. I'm behind the curve, which means now my head is garbled. I have to rush. I had a plan. Now that plan is broken. I had an order. I had a ritual, a morning ritual. Now my routine and ritual is all goofed up. And then we start seeing comments from clients and challengers like, oh, I missed my smoothie today.
I forgot to bring my lunch. What are those? Are those happening when you have time and you're calm? Or are those things happening when you're panicked and rushed?
Because change requires change, right? And you guys all know when I get on Friday, I'm all crazy, right? But change requires change, right? Now the first thing is, did you even have a plan to begin with, right? Did you even have a plan? If you didn't, well, that's a conversation for another day, right? But again, panic versus patience. You need to have the patience to create a plan and to execute that plan with precision and dedication and commitment. Because all of a sudden it's this avalanche. I hit the snooze alarm. I'm rushing to get ready. I got to get a rush to get the kids ready. I get out in the car. I rush to my job. I get a speeding ticket. I drive like an a-hole. I probably got potentially got in 5 accidents, but didn't. But because I'm selfish and I'm panic, and I rush into work. I forgot my lunch. I don't even start the day in power. I start the day in panic.
So I want to ask you, here's where we can get a little bit interactive, my friends. In the past 5 days, where has been your panic moment, and how are you going to change that for the week to come? What has been your panic moment, and how are you going to change it? Do you have a panic moment every single day? Is there something that you have to work on so you can become more patient?
Type it in, guys. Let's go.
So you can become more calm. What's one of ours? Boy, panic versus patience.
Panic versus patience. Boy,
Lori, I now make my smoothie the night before so I don't have an excuse. I love that.
All right, I'll tell you one that happens a lot. So in the morning, while you guys are typing in where it is for you guys, in the morning, right, when we are waking up in the morning, we have our coffee, and it's just before we do our broadcast, and we're sitting together, and I'm doing my morning study, and she's kind of doing her thing, and then it's like we start talking. And we know that at 5 a.m., we need to get out of our chairs, or by 4:55 a.m., we have to get up because we have to get dressed. We need to double check the studio to make sure everything is properly aligned. We need to make sure that the dogs are down in their kennels. We will sit in pleasure talking about whatever we talk about till 5 after, 7 after, and then what happens?
Panic.
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 We know. And
yes.
We know that by 5:02 or on the hour, we should have gone in and stuck to our commitments.
Yes. So Charlene said, when plans change unexpectedly. And you know what? Sometimes you can't, There's nothing you can do about that. But do we allow plans to change unexpectedly more often than they should? Or should we start to expect the unexpected? What happens then? Is it that we don't have snacks? Is that we aren't prepared for our meals? Like, what sorts of things happen? Oh my goodness, here we go.
Kylie,
I'm a teacher and off for the summer. I have the time now, but my panic will happen when school starts again. Now, Kylie, that's probably a story you're already telling yourself because you just haven't made a plan yet.
Boy, and again, I think it's one of these things when I see people panic with unexpected change, just like she said, expecting the unexpected. Number one, if you start to see a pattern in these things, right, then it's developing contingency plans. If it's something that's never, ever happened in your life, then we all get kind of hit by that hurricane. And it was, but if you live in Florida, right, and you know that things are, and storms are coming, now you start to know there's probably going to be at least 2 to 3 hurricanes or more a year. I have to make sure I have a generator. I have to make sure I have toilet paper. I have to make sure I have water. I have
the stuff for the windows, the sandbags.
Right. So that's a situation where expect the unexpected, build contingency plans, and being okay. You have to be able to sit in the eye of the storm. So doing breathing exercises,
and
meditation.
Be calm. Yes.
Yeah, meditation.
Kylie, we have so many teachers who, we have Beth, we have, I think Amy Spoody is a teacher, we have Kirsten, and Kirsten said, Kylie, me too.
Paula.
I'm already thinking about how to get lunches ready for the night before so I can hopefully do the 5:30 a.m. workouts. I know Beth and Amy, and not everybody has this drive, but they get up and do the workout at 4:30 in the morning.
They do the days prior work. They're not live, and they finish the day prior's workout, and then when they come on the live, they're like, just did yesterday's workout. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.
Yep, they get up just a little bit earlier.
Yep.
I mean, it's overwhelming now because there isn't a plan yet. But isn't it amazing how that plan, that patience and knowing, that growing and learning, it takes some of the pressure off?
And I'm going to tell you something Coach Roxanne talked about this week, the whole why question. If you are putting this out into the universe, right? So we have, who was it on here who mentioned that?
Kylie,
and there was one more.
Pam.
So Kylie and Pam, I challenge you to write down what you just commented on, right? Unexpected changes. Give yourself a couple examples of where you've panicked in the past, right? And giving yourself the opportunity to work through that, right? Maybe it wasn't the best outcome, but working through that, like asking yourself quality questions and going through these situations, just like I'm reading a Navy SEAL book, right? Like they go back and they look at every single mission. Did it turn out the way they wanted it to or not? Think about being that, like all the unexpected things that these SEALs come against, right? How can we learn what was the lesson? How can we apply?
Right. We got a couple other. Deanna, for the teacher peeps, I'm stubbing the first 6 weeks of school while someone is out on maternity leave. Planning to work at 5:30. Leftovers will be for dinner from the night before. Healthy snacks and filled water bottles.
Nice.
And are you going to do that all in the morning? I imagine not. I imagine some of that will be prepped the night before.
Night or 2 nights before.
And I know that Pam said summer's so much easier. Maybe the school year can be easy too with the right plan.
And here's just one more side note for all the peeps that are relating to Kylie and Pam right now. Here's what you need to do. I challenge you, because I remember as a kid and when it got closer to school, we dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal.
Yep. Test it out. Test your theory. I know you're like, well, I don't have to. Well, that's what dress rehearsals are. We don't have to do that.
How do you know what will work and what won't work for you? Yes.
Before the big day.
Kirsten said, I'll probably end up doing that. We're out the door by 7 every day. Kim, I am good about menu planning, but at least once a week, I forget to take meat out of the freezer. That throws me into a panic. Lisa, I love getting up early. So Kim, here's what I would do. Set an alarm every day for 5 p.m. to take the meat out of the freezer. Set an alarm so you never have to panic again.
Or put a gigantic thing on your door. Or put something where you brush your teeth or wherever you are, a gigantic sign. Take the meat out.
Yeah. I love getting up early so I don't have to rush. Getting up for 5:30 workout helps. Get the stress out. Have my coffee talk, ready for work and daily devotional. I love it. Janet, days I need to go into the office and know I'll be exhausted to exercise when I get home. But I push your exercising around 6:30 in the evening. I love that you continue to do it. Carrie, you will figure it out. I remember feeling that way last August. I remember the conversations, Carrie, but I figured it all out and I liked it more than summer because I felt more structured and disciplined. I love that. Beth, I always have my stuff out the night before and ready to go for the next day. It's all about the plan.
All right. I love all of y'all. I love you guys. And we are here as a good coach from a position of love, right? Will push you, right? It's just the deal, right? When Roxanne was like, "We're go live in 3 minutes," she's done. But we love you guys and we want to push you. So summer's easier. Do you know why summer is easier in a profession where you have time off? Because the overall obligation is gone.
Right.
The structure is gone. You are literally taking kind of, and I know I'm exaggerating a little bit, right? You're kind of on a vacation, right? Structure, as whoever it was, Carrie, whoever, is just like, that's the thing. It's easier. Yeah, it's easier because you're just kind of you're chillaxing. Of course it's easy. You can do what you want whenever you want. I mean, you still make a conscious choice if you're going live at 5:30 with us, and I respect that and I understand that. But there's no pressure's not a bad thing.
Right, you don't have to get off the live and then get somewhere. Yes.
Pressure is what turns a lump of coal into a diamond. Pressure is not a bad pressure makes the pearl, right? Like that is not a bad thing. So putting pressure on yourself to execute with discipline is important. All of a sudden now we have these responsibilities, these obligations, these commitments, and we start panicking. But you know what? I can relate to this 100%. And I'm not even a teacher. I mean, I am, but not in the way that you guys are, right? I am still, and she can attest to this, I am still trying to get better at planning my day, using calendar functions, being organized, and sometimes it gets a little overwhelming. The more I do, and she'll tell you, the more I do, the more reps I get, I start telling her, oh my goodness, I'm not in panic mode. I panic when there's chaos. When I have a plan, when I have structure, when I have the tools in front of me, it's not that, it's not like like I said in Florida, it's not like people don't want to go through a hurricane, but you can sit more calm through the storm when you have everything you need.
Right. Kylie said, I love all the ideas and tools you just gave me. I'm going to write it all down and develop my plan. I already feel less nervous. One day at a time, my friend. Dean, just dropping in to say hi to the best, funnest coaches known. Amy, I feel like summer's more challenging because I don't have the structure. I'm sticking to the 5:30 workouts to help keep some structure. And I've heard that before. People will say, my day's off. I don't eat what that's why people struggle with weekends because they don't have the structure. I've heard that 1,000 times. Weekends are really hard because I don't have structure. Create structure.
Well, that's Amy's panic. Amy's panic is lacking structure. So Amy, keep the structure, right?
That's exactly what she's saying. Yes, Michelle, I love my summers, but I am a much more efficient person during the school year. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, my friends.
So again, if that efficiency comes from a place of power and not panic, then awesome.
All right, we got it.
We don't have to be anywhere. You're panicking. She's panicking.
All right, my friends, join us tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. for
Central
our weekend.
Time.
Yes, for our weekend warrior. We're going to sweat it up. Get it done before it's 90 degrees out here, my friends.
So 8:30 on the East Coast, 5:30 on the West Coast. If you want to get up with us or be on demand, right back here. And that August 21-day challenge is actually coming up really quickly. We begin the August challenge on August 9th. So we are slowly going to start releasing information on that, my friends. But the enrollment period is going to launch very, very shortly. Thanks for all the love, by the way.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
We see all the loves floating and the likes.
You guys
we love
are
that.
awesome. Chris said, I said that in the weekly reflection. Summer is super hard because plans change all the time. And can I just add a little nugget to that?
Change the story.
It's okay to say no to some things.
Yeah.
It's okay to say no. All right, my friends, we love you all. I will be back Monday morning at 7 a.m. I cannot wait to see you there. Hooty-hoo!
On sale now, Better Body Fitness apparel online. We'll put the link in the box.
Nikki loves the new website.
Oh.
Loves the new website.
Just getting started, Nikki.
Yes.
Just getting started.
All right, my friends, we love you all.
Have a good day.